Okay. Hello everyone, this is Grim. I'm going to be doing a short tutorial on how to quarter step and how to quarter knock. This is the very basics, and I'll be covering why we do such things and how to do it and what not to do. Okay, so I'm going to start off with quarter stepping. I'm in Arthur Nameless PvP, and at the minute I'm standing at the top of the stairs. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be using a bow to show you first how to quarter step. Basically, quarter stepping is the technique where you move in between your attacks. Now, it's a lot easier to practice this first of all using your bow for various reasons of it's longer range, you get more time whilst the flight time's up. Okay, so we're going to be using a bow for the flight time duration, and also it's got a slower attack animation, so it's a lot easier to practice using this to start off with. So I'm going to start off by hitting the suit at 60 armor, so I'm just going to target it normally and press space to attack it, and during that I'm going to move across the ground, and it should look very smooth. There shouldn't be any cutting, presuming I don't lag or anything else. Okay, so here we go. Just target the suit of armor, attack. After the bow animation's gone off, I move my mouse cursor. So it's all done with click to move, and I do it after I've shot the arrow but before it lands. So as you can see, it is going very smoothly at the minute, and it's really easy to do. So what you don't want to do is cancel your attack animation as you do like here. So you have to time it correctly, otherwise it won't work. Okay, cool. Now this is very easy to start off with a bow, so it's definitely how I'd recommend starting it. After that you can start using it with your increased attack speed. I'm using flail at the moment, and just a little bit of practice to get better at using it with increased attack speed, because eventually you're going to have to get used to it. There we are. Now, it's all very well using missile weaponry, but next up what we're going to do is we're going to build up some adrenaline, and we're going to move using a hammer. Now, you can practice first without using IAS. And it's the same again, you want to move in between your attacks so it's flawless. You don't want to cancel your attacks. Now the reason we're using click to move is it's a lot easier to do. If you're using Q, there's a little bit of rubber band effect and a little bit of delay, whereas click to move gets you straight there. Now quarter stepping is really good for multiple reasons. Not only does it look cool, it allows you to swap targets very easily as well, like I've just done there. So you can move around your opponent to try and get to another one. For example, I'll start on this suit with 100 armor, and I'll start attacking it. Now I'm going to use flail and a hammer as well. I'm going to move around this target, and then once I get close enough, I'm going to hit the 80 armor and move around this target as well, so I can hammer bash at 60. And all of that was done using quarter stepping, moving in between the attacks and not cancelling anything. And as you can see, it is very effective. Now it's very useful in HA and in GvG. It allows you to easily swap targets in games. So if for example, this is 100 armor, got a guardian on it, if I'm quarter stepping around it, I'm allowed to then go onto the suit of 80 armor. What you also don't want to do is just do it for the sake of doing it. If there's a chance that the target's not going to move, it's snared, you got body blocked, there's no point in quarter stepping. It's got to be done for a purpose, otherwise you could end up maneuvering the opponent into somewhere where you don't want them to go. I can give an example of this is if you're chasing after a monk and you start knocking him down in your hammer and you're starting to move around him, and he's trying to go for a target that he has to heal up. Say it's a Flagger or some other target that's really low on health, he's trying to get to him. If you quarter step around and in front of him, you're actually blocking the way that he wants to go. He risks eating a bull strike, so he has to go around you. Therefore you're moving him where you want him to go, which is really good. What you don't want to do is move away from him. So if you're quarter stepping around him, and open up that space to make it easier for him to get away, or make it easier for them to kite. So the whole purpose of quarter stepping is to make people move the way that you want them to. You're manipulating their positioning to better suit you and your attacks. And that's quarter stepping. Hello again, this is Grim again. I'm going to be now teaching people how to quarter knock. I'm on PvP, Arthur Nameless again. I'm currently standing next to Master of Healing. I'm going to be using for my demonstration purposes. Master of Healing has several quarter second casts, including Wrath and Peace and Harmony, so it should be a very good example. Basically what the act of quarter knocking is using a hammer, or you can use shock and bull strike, but the idea is that you consecutively knock someone down without them being able to cast. So the reasons you do this is if you're building up pressure on a team in HARA, it doesn't really matter. If you're building up pressure and you want to stop someone from doing something, quarter knocking is the best, because you're not allowing the person to cast, which could result in a kill. So we're going to start off with hitting Master of Healing then. I'm just going to build up my adrenaline, just using a normal hammer bar. So Devastating Hammer, Crushing Blow, Hammer Bash, Enraging, Bull Strike, Flail. I also have a Resurrection Signet, but it's not really relevant here. So as you can see, I'm fully built now, so I'm going to be hitting Master of Healing with Devastating. I'll be immediately following up with Crushing Blow, and then I'm going to wait. I'm going to count to 2 seconds, and then I'm going to use Hammer Bash. So that's all you need to do it. So we're going to start with Crushing, and then use Flail immediately afterwards. And now 1, 2, KD. As you can see, that resulted in a quarter knock where the person wasn't able to cast. So I'm now going to build back up my adrenaline. I'm going to show you an example of what you don't want to do. So here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to queue up your skills in a straight line, because if you do, it will miss, such as this. So same way as I did before, Devastating, Crushing, and Hammer Bash, obviously using Flail before the Crushing. You use Flail before the Crushing, so you get up the extra adrenaline again for Hammer Bash. So here we go, I'm just going to queue it up straight away. So there's the Crushing, and straight after the Hammer Bash. So she's able to freely cast after that, and I haven't got anything to stop her doing it. So that's an example of what you don't want to do. If you use it and do it too late, then they can get off a cast. So I'll show you this effect as well. For example, if you hit twice in between Crushing, then you're actually going to miss. So here we go, I'm going to do it again, with this time getting in an extra attack to show you that you will miss. So Devastating, Crushing, extra attack, Hammer Bash. As you can see, she got off Contemplation of Purity, quarter second cast, which otherwise I would have KD'd if I was doing it correctly. There are situations where you do not want to be quarter knocking people. This, for example, could be where you're linebacking a warrior. So where you don't quarter knock him, he actually spends more time being useless, because he can't get away from you and you still KD him. So he actually spends more time on the floor and not damaging you. So it's very good to relieve pressure with. It's also very useful if you're trying to slow someone down, or not trying to get the kill, just stop them from doing something. Whereas quarter knocking is more for trying to get that quick kill and keep someone out of action for a brief period of time. The maximum amount of time you can probably land it up to is over 9 seconds, using Bull Strike, Devastating, Hammer Bash. At the moment I have Master of Healing blocked by standing next to it. So I'm going to use another quarter knock. I'm going to show you 2 examples again of how you do it. Again, all I'm going to be doing is count to 2 seconds. So I'm just going to build up my adrenaline. Okay, I'm fully built. So I'll be using Devastating Hammer, Flail, Crushing, and then quarter knocking using Hammer Bash. So KD, 1 hit, count to 1, 2, KD, and then there you go. There's quarter knock and Reversal of Fortune. I'm going to build up again and do it immediately overwards. So wait for that heal touch. I don't want to use that. There we go. So same again, Devastating Hammer, Crushing. Here we go. Then 1, 2, KD. And there's the quarter knock again. And that's how you quarter knock, guys. If you have any questions about any of the tutorials I've done today, please feel free to PM me. My name is Boatswan Grim. You can see it in the video. Or leave a message here and I'll try to get back to you. Okay, that's it.